Hey guys, what's up? I'm actually going to turn on my little heater over here. So I'm just going to do a really quick get ready with me video. It's just my everyday routine. If you guys are wondering, I did my hair with the Lange le Waver. It's my second favorite tool out of all the tools other than my straightener that I love very, very much. I will also put my Lange link down below for you guys. I used heat shield and I used the Marula oil, and I also used my 3-way hairspray to keep the curl kind of at a nice stiffness. Once I get done with my makeup, I'm going to kind of fluff it out a bit. I like to let the product sit in my hair for a while, kind of like a primer. Once I'm done with my makeup, I'll give it a messy type look. I'm gonna start with the coconut water complex. This is an AOA skincare product. I use it literally every time I do my makeup. It's going to be staying in my skincare routine for however long it stays. But I just take it on my face and just kind of not firmly press, but press enough to where it's going to get anything that's on the surface of my face. And just rub around. I also go above my eyelid here and go down my neck. I have a few blemishes, but we'll take care of those. We're gonna do this nice and fast. So I just take my little fan here and blow it around just to get my face dry quicker. And once that is dry, I'm going to take my hangover primer. I live by this. I do about 2.5 squirts, so I don't firmly press on the last squirt. I just kind of let a little bit out. And then, as I always do, I add it to my troubled areas and push it in as good as I can and then work it around. And I'm not tugging too hard on the skin. I'm just kind of just moving it around. And once it starts getting towards like a tacky, sticky feel, I don't rub as much. I do more of like a patting motion just to get it into my skin. And I like to go around my eyes really good as well because, you know, those are the troubled areas. So I like to push it in those areas. Yeah, and then you also get the blood flowing, so it gives you some color. I'm gonna take a few of these just to pin my hair back to keep it out of my face. I burnt my arm on my stove like 2 weeks ago. The burn's finally starting to fade, but it was really bad when I first burned it. I went to go get the pan out. I didn't have the door open all the way, so it was kind of sitting halfway open. My whole arm right here touched the window of the stove, and this part got the worst, but I'm good now. And I'm gonna start on my brows. Well, actually, I'm gonna conceal around my eyes. So I'm gonna take the Hide concealer. I live by this. I will leave that link down below as well. It's really great to pick this up when they're having sales because you get, I think, like 20% off, and then it's like $16 a bottle, which is completely amazing compared to like the 36 I think it is. I'll leave the prices down here as well. I'm not 100% sure because I buy like bulk, so you just never know. The price can change. Sometimes they have deals going on. I'll watch some videos from like when I first started doing tutorials. It's just amazing how far you come after years of having that practice and how much more confident it just comes naturally. I mean, for you guys, it seems not that bad, but I'm sitting here doing my makeup, talking to myself, and sometimes it's a little bit hard to think of things to say or think of things to do while you're doing it because you're just kind of like, just do my makeup. Okay, so I'm going to start on my brows. I'm really not trying to make this video super long. It's supposed to be a super quick tutorial, and which I do a lot of the times to get in and out of the house quickly. So And I like my brows to have more of that natural look, not like I just got done, you know, using a pencil on them. Sometimes I gotta go back and fix. All right, so we're good. And this brow always does better than this brow, and it's so irritating. Okay, so I'm done with my brows. Sometimes I line them on the outside, but since we did that before, I'm not going to do that. I am now going to add the rest of the concealer to my face. And I'm just going to stick it here. Stick it here. And since we're mainly using this as a foundation, I'm going to use this in more places than you probably should for concealer, which is fine. All right, and then since we got blemishes going on, I'm going to cover up these babies. All right, so I got mainly all the concealer that I want on my face. And now I'm going to start blending in. I usually start at the bottom, but I'm going to start up here today. Going to be different. And then I think I'm going to go a little bit lighter for my highlighted areas. This concealer is just beautiful and it sits on the skin nicely. This is a great base for a look that you don't want too much makeup, and that's why I love this. It doesn't feel like you're wearing makeup when you wear it. I like that. We're about good with this. So now I'm going to go a little bit lighter, like I said, with my concealer. So I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape. This is light beige, and I'm just adding it there, and then I'm going to move it where I need it, and then it kind of brightens it up as well. Less is more. Less is more. All right, so we got our concealers on. I used the Tarte Shape Tape in light beige, and I used Hide concealer in the vanilla. So now I'm not going to set my face. I'm going to take my setting mist and I'm going to spray my face. I need my fan. Make sure I have my fan. And I'm just going to do a light coat. Very light coat. Not anything super crazy. All right. And now I'm going to move. I got cookies here. And I think I'll want one. Ooh, I got these frosted sugars. I also got some chocolate chips. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have one of these. But I hid them in here from my fiance, so he didn't eat them. And nobody got to eat them because they were still in here for the party the whole time. I'm going to use the Pure Festival palette today. All right, and before we start, I am going to add on my jelly jam on my lips. I always use this after I put on my concealers and stuff, just because it gets messy and I don't want it anywhere in my foundation or on my blender as well. I'm going to be sticking to these colors right here. So if you guys have this palette, I'll say the names. If you have BoxyCharm, you probably got 1, 2. So I'm just going to take my blender to my eyes real fast just to make sure I don't have any creasing going on. Using the AOA Studio brush cleaner. Just going to go into this shade right here and just take some and set my eye here real quick. And pat it on. Don't rub it. Especially when you're setting. You want to just pat it. So I'm going to do this side. And then once you have it set, then you can start rubbing and adding your makeup. I take it all the way up to the top. So we're done with that. And I use the Luxie eye shading brush, and it's the 213. And now I'm going in with the Luxie tapered blending. It is the 229 brush. I'm going to go into this brown color here first, which is called Photo Op. I'm just going to take a little bit of that and put it into this crease area like this. Just put it into the crease. Once you got the brightness of the color you want, then we're going to start blending it outward. So that's probably good to start. And then I'm going to start moving it around, moving it down, and then moving it up. Like so. Like that. And then I'm going to come over here and do the same. Just put it right there into the crease. And I think that's good. I'm going to start moving this down. And then I'm going to take some of this Dreamland. It's just a pretty peachy color. And I'm just going to take that and add it to the crease. And kind of add it down here towards the bottom of the lid. Very pretty. I love that. Get a little bit more. Looks great. Exactly what I wanted. Now I'm going to take some of this. It's kind of darker, and I'm going to put this right here and just work it into the corner crease, and just keep it here, but kind of shade it in. Now watch out, there's lots of fallout. Lots of fallout. All right. It's good. And then just kind of tap it a little bit upward. So if there's any lines or anything. All right, so now I'm going to move to the bottom, and I'm just going to take this Insta, take it all the way across the bottom. Like that. So now we have kind of a smoky going on. Then I'm going to take some of this Dreamland. I'm going to take my brush to my cleaner thing, and then take some of this pink and just kind of brighten it up a little bit. All right, and then in the center, this crease area here, I'm going to add this white color. Doesn't come off all that great. But it's really pretty. All right, so So we got that on. Then I'm going to take the brush I use and I'm just going to kind of just clean it up a little bit. And now I'm going to add on some mascara, and I'm using the Lilly Lashes. And I'm pretty sure it's in black. And now I'm going to fix whatever. I think I'm going to do some contour today because I really haven't done contour. And I'm using the AOA Studio F20 brush, and I'm using the Alamar Cosmetics Complexion Trio. And then I'm going to take some of this, kind of fix it up. Kind of brighten up these areas here. All right, and then I'm going to take my big e.l.f. brush, and I'm just going to start whooshing this downward. That. I think I'm going to do the NARS blush today. I got this in my boxy, and this is Orgasm. I haven't used it yet, so I kind of just smile, add it on. Such a pretty color. Wow. And it's got like a nice shiny tint to it. And it matches real nice with my eye look. All right, so we use the NARS Orgasm. Beautiful color. Love it. I am going to be using Jeffree Star, but I'm using the Peppermint Frost palette, and I'm using it because of the holidays. Hello. This is a limited edition Jeffree Star product. So I am just so lucky to have it. These colors are beautiful. So I'm going to be using this chocolate today. And I'm just going to take one of my AOA Studio F19. This is the highlighter brush. One of my favorite brushes that AOA Studio has. This is so pretty, this color. And I rarely use this palette only because it is a limited edition. There it goes. It's starting to get brighter. I want it to be brighter. Okay, that's good, I guess. I'm going to use some of this ugly sweater here in the crease here of my eyes, just to brighten it up a bit. It's just got that white kind of shimmery color to it, and I like that. Just to add some pop of color. Ooh, yeah, that's perfect. I like some highlighter, okay? We just used the Jeffree Star Peppermint Frost. It is just gorgeous. Look at the shine. And it smells like peppermint as well. So yeah, you always gotta use Jeffree Star highlighter. I don't care what he's done. The highlighters are amazing. You can't go wrong with Jeffree Star highlighter. And then I'm gonna add on a little bit more of the blush to my face. Definitely beautiful. Now I'm going to add on my lips. And I think I'm going to add on Koko K. Koko K is my favorite out of all the colors. All right, so I just added the Koko K. We're going to let that dry for a minute. And then once that dries, I'm going to spray my face. I'm going to go ahead and take this out of my hair. All right, and now I'm going to add on my setting mist. I'm going to scoop my hair back, get my fan under this pile of makeup. And I'm just going to spray my face. I'm going to take a little bit of my setting powder, and I'm going to add this now. And I take, you know, however much, and I just kind of go over and set my face. I don't like to use a lot of powder. I'm just using enough to get and set everywhere. There we go. And then I'm going to take my setting mist one more time and do just a light, because we already used enough. All right, so I'm just gonna fluff out my hair and then just kind of let it do what it do. Alrighty, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed getting ready with me. I added on some hoops. I colored my nails, the AOA Studio White Lacquer nail polish. This is the Matte Heavenly. I put a clear coat on the top so it makes it shiny, but it is amazing. It does go down matte, very, very much so, and it's beautiful. And it dries fairly quick. It does take a second for it to completely dry, and that's why I put a clear coat on it, because I just don't have the time to wait for it to dry like that. But it is a beautiful nail polish. Recommend you guys pick that up. All right, so I will see you guys in my next video. I will leave all the links down below for all the products that I used in this tutorial for today. If there is a specific link that you want, you can just ask me for it and I will pin it down in your comment. All right, guys, I will see you on my next one. Bye-bye.
I'm on fire, she's the tear in my heart. Take me higher than I've ever been. My heart is my armor, she's a tear in my heart. She's a carver, she's a butcher with a smile. Cut me farther than I've ever been. Than I've ever been. Than I've ever been. Is my armor, she's the tear in my heart. She's a carver, she's a butcher with a smile. Cut me farther than I've ever been.